Bonjour, mon ami. It's episode 6. It's the end of the tour.
The last day of the tour.
But we're in France and we're hoping to find some amazing toys. Because right now, we're heading off to Paris. Yay, Paris. Toyshop on Tour.
Series 2.
The return of that TV series that takes you, dear viewer, all around the world as me and Gav buy as many toys as we can and pop them in this van.
And this time we're visiting a whole bunch of shops all around Europe.
Action figures,
Dolls,
Star Wars,
weird stuff,
Transformers,
monsters,
space toys,
bootlegs,
He-Man. Travelling thousands of miles through Italy,
Switzerland,
Germany,
the Netherlands,
Belgium
and France.
We'll have some rare items.
And some old favourites.
So join me, Joe, Gav and Matt the cameraman as we take this Toyshop on Tour.
It's take 11, it's France.
Ow! This is it, Gav. It's episode 6, the end.
Yes. Paris, France.
I cannot wait. We're going to Lulu Baloo, and I'll tell you what, it's legendary.
It is.
It's one of those shops that I've always wanted to go to. I've never been.
Like, you look on their website and it's like everything you want.
Yeah. I don't think I can afford it.
It is quite expensive. But the things we're going to see.
And I need to scratch that Tintin itch. I know I had that thing in, I found a few bits earlier, but you know those figures that I found in Switzerland?
Oh, you keep mentioning them.
Like
Keeps
that.
coming back. And Matt wants his Tex Avery items.
Avery rocks.
We're a bit sad because it's coming to an end, but we're very excited.
Yeah, it should be a good end.
How cool is this? We're in Paris, man. All the streets around us are amazing and we're finally here at Lulu Baloo. We're a bit early, so they're not ready yet. They're not here. But look at this, it's spectacular.
There's everything, all the major toys, including Alf, of course.
Obviously, the main event for everyone watching is Alf.
Good graffiti everywhere as well, even on the front of the shop. I am the law!
Now then, where to find a good coffee in Paris?
Where can we get good coffee in Paris? Anywhere.
We found this most amazing run of hobby shops. Brilliant, I love the sign. Textiles, figurines, goodies.
It's bigger than you imagine in here.
God, it does, it looks great. Come on then, let's have a look.
Hello.
There we go. Golden rack. No, it's not vintage, no. But it's still representational of that era. How cool is him? Actually, genuinely, he's awesome. You'd never get anything like that in the UK, even new. €24.95. And this one is $16.95. That's a mug. How do you drink out of that? Maybe mug means something different in French. Or maybe mug, maybe I'm the mug. How's that mug? Mug, yes, conventional mug. Hole in the top. What's this mug? How's that? What kind of voodoo is this?
Is this some kind of a bust?
Not what you know, Joe.
It's who you know. This shop we just wandered past this and found this absolute mecca of all things pop culture. There's loads of stuff in here and it's all new, all modern, so it's not really my bag. But at the same time, even I'm feeling enthusiastic about the stuff I'm seeing.
When you're talking high quality action figures, you can talk Bandai's to Machinations range. They're really detailed, incredible likenesses, all the accessories, different heads, different hands, fully posable. They're about as good as an action figure gets. This display is probably the best I've ever seen. It's got all the heavy hitters. And look at the detail on them. Look at Tony Stark's face. Then up here, we've got a full wall of the Iron Man armour. Every single one they released there. But I personally like these. The samurai style Star Wars figures. The Darth Maul is horrific. Look how scary he is. But the Stormtroopers, you could have loads of them. These ones down here, I have never seen. Spider-Man, Samurai Spider-Man. Look at that Joker. Oh, I quite like him. He's unusual. Deadpool. Yeah, really nice. But there's probably only one step above these, and that would be
Hot Toys. Here we've got a small selection of Hot Toys. These are brilliant. So these are 12-inch figures, really highly detailed for the adult collector. Absolutely amazing detail. I really want to get them out in boxes and show you, but I'm afraid you just have to take my word for it. But they are brilliant, if a little pricey. But that's Hot Toys, they're always that way. If you come to Paris, be sure to check around the area wherever the shop it is you're heading for, because pop culture's everywhere. I mean, this shop, Cav.
even cakes, even pop culture cakes. Check out this Hulk and this Thor's hammer. He looks a bit funny though, doesn't he?
He does look a bit funny. He's like he's had a bad day at the office. It's like secretarial Hulk, so he's a bit odd. But there's lots and lots and lots of cool things around here.
And for all you anime kids, there's all sorts here. Look at this anime costume shop. And the prices are not bad here in France. You pay hundreds at shows, but these are fantastic. We got the Mangadori one.
Mangadori 2.
Look, bootleg.
So, pop culture comic shop. It's an amazing shop.
It is a great looking shop.
We've walked past and went, wow, we've got to go in here.
Oh, it's awesome. You know I love a comic shop. And I've already seen one of my favourite things, Sock Monkey by Tony Millionaire. This guy is incredible, and they're all like Sock Monkey and Drinky Crow. They're always drunk all the time, and they go on these adventures. And he does another, like a strip comic called Mackies, and that's real life versions of these characters. I would highly recommend it. Very funny, all drawn in an old style. It's good stuff.
Fred, how much is the Airwolf Ertl set?
220.
220 euros.
Yeah.
Would I be able to have a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, do you want
No,
me to- do you want a hand?
no worries, no.
Fred's Danger Man.
Spider-Man.
He's a stunt man. That's amazing. Fred, have you got any wriggle room on the price on that?
Can do 200.
We do 175?
I've got to call my guy because it's not mine.
Okay, that's
So,
fine.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call him.
You give him a call. Thank you,
Yeah.
Fred. Amazing skills on the old. I don't think I'd fancy that in my shop.
Let's have a route round then, see if we can find anything. All random. Pokemon, I think. Got a Joker. He's quite crazy looking. Oh, this character keeps coming up everywhere. I think it's called Barappa or something like that. Or Rapapa. I don't know. Look it up, people.
I think Skeletor might be popping up on this.
He's cool though. He's just, I don't know, put something in there. Star Wars. A Scooby-Doo Frankenstein. How good are the designs on Scooby-Doo things? They really kind of, they lighten them up, but they're still menacing.
This is great. There's so many cool hip-hop records in here.
Oh, is that?
First one you come to, Beastie Boys.
Nice.
It's awesome. So I was taken with all the records in the middle. But Matt, eagle-eyed Matt, cameraman extraordinaire, found some little Asterix Pezzas on the floor in a little box. And then on high, I found the Miami Vice figure that we see here. These are really getting hard now. 50 euros. It's definitely worth it. It doesn't excite me. That's the thing. It's just cool, but it's just buying it for the sake of making a bit of money out of it. And I don't know, I know a good businessman would, but I'm always a little bit like, oh, I don't love it though. But it is very cool. I can see why other people do. And at 50 euros, I think it's an absolute steal. Get yourself to Paris, folks. There's some bargains to be had. Oh, amazing. There we go. On Jaws van. Came with the gift set and the gift set only. So it's really cool to see one of these original Corgi Juniors. Really cool. It's a Bond vehicle, not Jaws the movie.
Once again, Europe brings us loads of tiny vinyl figures. Look at this cabinet full. In this comic shop, I found this cabinet. There's a no-no back here, and I'm not talking about the hair removal system. No-no from Ulysses. Ooh, here we go, I've got him. Oh, almost. I was always good at the crane machines at the fair. 40 euros for a no-no. He's very cool, very nice, looks to be complete. He's very cool. I think we'll have a word about him.
I've spotted 2 Chips figures up on the top here. So I have thought about, are they just pommes frites figures in France? I'm going to find out. Really cool. One of my favourite shows as a child before the TV went away, when I was about 4, was Chips. I absolutely loved it. It's amazing. I think at 220 euros though, they're probably a bit strong for me. So I'm afraid Fred's going to have to use his ladder ninja skills again and put them back for me. Thank you, Fred. They are original, they're really nice as well.
77. Yeah, I'm 50 years old, so that was totally my age.
I'm hoping this is the phone call about my Airwolf set
T'as vu le...
to see what price you can do for it.
Non, il demande un prix.
I know I'm listening, I can't really understand anything.
200. He said 190.
190 is his best. See, it's really nice. So this is one of my favourite sets. Ertl did a really good job on these. The problem is the box on this one has got a few issues, so it's not perfect. If it was mint, it'd be worth 250 to 300 euro. In this condition, I think I'm going to have to leave it. It's just a bit too far gone. But it's such a shame, it's such a cool thing. Even the Airwolf helicopter on its own fetches really strong money. So to see the nice set together, and what they do suffer with, because of the heat, the glue starts to separate from the card and they drop off. This one though is cracking, still absolutely stuck to the card. But because of the top bits missing of the card, I think we're going to have to leave it. I've got a no-no, I've got a Jaws van, and I've got 2 Pez dispensers from the Asterix range. Again, I'm kind of buying stuff for me, but the no-no and the Jaws van will make the shop.
Thank you.
Amazing. Fred was so generous, so kind to let us in. Come on, we're going to go to Lulu Baloo. Come on, Gav. This is somewhere that I've wanted to come basically all my collecting life. It's been the place I've most wanted to be in. So I am very excited. I'm very, very excited. I'm a little bit nervy because there's so much anticipation for me that I've built up over the years of watching sort of and seeing bits and seeing photos. My friend Jason comes here a lot, and oh, it looks amazing. Come on, let's go. Oh man. So this is the place of legends. This is all the photos, the snippets I've seen online over the last 20 years, probably, of buying toys. It's always been here that I've wanted to come to. This has been the shop that I've most anticipated on this whole journey. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Hello.
How are you? You okay? Oh, good. It's so good to meet you.
Likewise.
I've wanted to come here all the many years that I've been buying toys. It's been always where I wanted to come.
Your first time here?
First time here.
In 27 years?
Yeah, a long time. So yeah, a long time of buying toys. So 1999 I started buying toys.
Okay.
And I've had a shop since 2008, so this is always where I've wanted to come.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm very excited.
Welcome to Lulu Baloo.
Thank you very much. It's amazing. I can't wait to look round. What I love about it already, there's a bit of everything. Oh wow, has Gav seen these yet? We've only just got in and straight away. Strawberry shortcake. Oh, look at their shop display. Is that a shop display? That's amazing. Gav, have you seen this cabinet?
I know.
This is definitely you.
It really is. This is the most strawberry shortcake I've seen in one place for a long, long time. It's a beautiful, beautiful display. You've got lots of loose ones, all the little companions, lots of boxed ones. It's exciting to see. Oh wow, look at that freaky looking little one at the top. I've never seen them. Those tiny little sprites. The things I bought from Cushel Mushel, these little dinosaurs, here they are in the boxes. Dino Bambino. Now I know what they are. Oh, I've spotted something just over here. This is my area. Now, my mum talks about these all the time. Little kiddles. Tiny little dolls with massive heads. So cute. They had these little rubbery bodies. You couldn't do a lot with them, but you got all the playhouses, all the accessories. And they, when must these have even been out? This may be sort of a later edition by Mattel. I think these would have been, you know, sort of 60s, 70s to start with. Very cute.
Do you remember the museum in Italy? I saw the Wacky Racers, sort of Ustra, Dick Dastardly Mobile. Look what's down there. With a box. I'm assuming it's for sale. Oh, there's Vicky the Viking. It's Vicky the Viking, everyone. Man.
Do you remember the theme tune?
No, I don't, because I never had a television.
Never
I mean,
had a
come on, get
telly.
with the programme. I mean,
But
how
they
many
did-
times?
They did the thing. Dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. Does anyone remember that? Yeah, Matt remembers.
It's amazing. Magic Roundabout characters up here. There's all sorts of stuff. It's great. There's Muppets, Fraggle Rock, Muppet Babies, a Rolf. Look at that Rolf. Oh, he's so cool. I love Rolf. I think he's my favourite.
Statler and Waldorf hand puppets.
And you know how I wanted that Tintin fix? Not only is there a cabinet full of it down here, including the Tintin doll that evaded me in Switzerland, there's some box ones up there. Now, I do like Asterix stuff, but I'm not fond of these. They're sort of a halfway house between the really cool old figures and the articulated modern figures, but they're just a bit clumsy. But look at this cabinet. Look at that. Amazing. I love me some Asterix, and oh man, that is a fix. The ship's really hard to get. I've only ever had one. Yeah, really nice, really nice. Oh look, there's the Village Ghoul set I bought back from in the Netherlands, in a box. These are great. I love play Asterix. Loads of stuff down there. Oh man, loads. So Star Wars. Yeah, there's some Star Wars stuff behind me as well. Look at these Meccano cards. Beautiful, beautiful Meccano card backs. A lot of the Meccano cards, they came in two sizes, but the smaller ones, which is what we generally see, these are really quite desirable. We do find them in the UK. They do turn up. And I've got some photos somewhere in my Palitoy stash of a meeting between Meccano and Palitoy when they were negotiating on some sort of big deal. They're quite exciting. But seeing these together is fantastic. What a fabulous collection that is. I've only got one, I've got Chewbacca. Lots of carded Star Wars in here. Bit of modern as well. Some vintage, loose figures. I love the Sigma figures, these little pot figures. The Bib Fortuna is really cool. They did all sorts in that range actually. And they are really nice. They used to be, for some reason, we made too many of them. There was a lot of them left over. But now I love them. Some of my favourite pieces are by Sigma. The good thing is, whatever you collect, you can find something here. We've got big gym figures, we've got Lone Ranger, we've got all sorts within the 9-inch range, and we've got some Maidleman. It's really cool to see all these different lines all together. The cabinets are huge as well, so it gives you space to display them properly. There's even a bit of Zorro stuff in here. Now Davy Crockett's cool. And look at this display of Timpo. It's just absolutely amazing. Imagine setting this up as a kid and having battles with them. We used to use matches, burnt matches. We used to have fun lighting them, to be fair, a bit of a pyromaniac possibly. Anyway, we used to have fun lighting them and then blowing them out, and then we'd have these little matches that we could throw at all our toy soldiers in order to knock them over. When you knocked him over, he was out the game. It was the person with the most. So you weren't allowed to use the lying down ones though. That's what I've always pointed out. But you wanted the guys that were smaller, so these guys that were kneeling down, they were your best soldiers because they were the ones that were harder to hit with a little match. And if you had a cannon, you had 4 matches and taped them together, painted them like that. It was amazing. Great fun. They build all the cabinets themselves because basically they couldn't find the cabinets to do it with. How much would it be for you to come across to England and build us a cabinet?
Okay, so I found a cabinet of cheap toy delights. These were all like the little pocket money toys they used to call them back in the 80s. You've got things like, you've got your little wind-up trainers. You wind them up, they'd walk along. That was it, simple times. But it was so much fun, little trainers walking along on their own without legs. Also, I've spotted in here, I don't know if I've mentioned it on Toyshop on tour before, but I collect yo-yos, and there's an awesome Pez yo-yo. What a crossover, Pez and yo-yos. And it has just €5 on it, so we'll be talking, getting one of them in a little bit. But so many good things. Look at this. Who is this guy? Random rubber wrestlers. What they used to do, this may be one of them, but they had something called thumb fighters, and they were just rubbery wrestlers, and you could put your thumbs in their back and you'd have a face-off between 2 people, and it was great. But my friend was particularly brutal and a little bit violent, and he'd always attack me really hard. It used to really hurt. There's so much stuff in this shop. You'd need several times round to see everything. We've just spotted the Mr. Men down there. I've already been round twice and not spotted them. Look at them all piled up.
And it's a real mixture as well. You have to kind of like, you look in the cabinet and there can be things that are quite cheap, things that aren't expensive, and then there's something absolutely mind-blowing next to it.
I had a feeling we'd find some of these here. Everyone knows the theme tune, Inspector Gadget. Look at these. There's chunky little clockwork walkers. That one rolls along on his bum. Oh, and he's got a little propeller on his head as well. But these are great by Bandai. I've never seen these ones myself before, but France is it's notorious for Inspector Gadget stuff. Okay, weird and cool. Di-X on a tricycle. How cool is that? What a weird item, even with a balloon. Oh, amazing. And there's another Di-X, Bomber X, up there at the back. So once again, in Europe, we've discovered Starfleet stuff. And just over my shoulder, all of the Ulysses. Amazing figures. I mean, the bendies are a bit rubbish.
These are Captain Future toys. I'm very fond of these. I've never seen the show. I don't know what it's about, but I love the toys. The figures themselves, they come with these 3/4 inch figures. Some of them, if you look in the box down there, you'll see they're actually really sort of fragile plastic. They're not particularly amazing as a toy, but you know when you see something you haven't seen before, you have to buy them. And years ago, I saw some of these at an auction and bought every one that I could. I've now got one left out of the whole lot, and they were extremely expensive, even in the UK, but nobody knows what they are. But over here, They really are a big deal. So most of the ones that I've sold have gone to French people. So it's a big, big show over here. So Captain Flam, Captain Future, very, very cool thing, very, very popular over in France. So these Atlantic, we don't see these in the UK at all. I think I've had one once, and it was in a different box, but it said Atlantic on the box. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
So that Atlantic is an Italian brand, and they were doing a lot of little soldier figure, also military figures. And when the Star Wars came in, of course everyone wanted to do science fiction stuff, so they created that line. The distribution was not that great even in France. You tend to see the same figures, depend on the part of France, because on the south of France, sometimes the circuit of distribution was different. Since they were closer to Spain and Italy, they got sometimes more stuff. You got different colors. Any edition that you can have sometimes the color change of the body. Between the blue and the yellow, you can find the red and a green. So everything changed. So that was mainly that. Science fiction stuff that bring Atlantic to do that line.
That's amazing. See, we learn things all the time on Toyshop on Tour, and that's a toy line that I wasn't familiar with. Really cool though, really cool. Astro Radar. I think I had that. I think as a child I had this. I definitely played with this. Oh, it's €80. And it did feel a bit cheap in comparison to Lego, but Tente was a brilliant toy line. It was basically like Lego, but the plastic wasn't very good. But for me, it's very nostalgic seeing it. I love the little figures. Similar in size, a bit bigger than sort of a Manta Force figure. I don't know who bought it for me, because we never went on holiday abroad as a child, and you couldn't really get it very often in the UK. Oh, what a treat.
This cabinet is for all you guys who like to collect slightly different toy lines, slightly harder to get in the UK, such as we have 4 carded Silverhawks there. All lesser characters, I think, but I've never seen this guy on card. They're really hard to get in the UK. You've got your modern Zolo World repro versions of these, but then you've got Galaxy Fighters, the original. And look at that Conan figure there. But also, on the card, Power Lords, some fantastic characters. Look at this guy, he's amazing. We've got the Ghostbusters Slimed Heroes down here, Lewis Tully. I was always pleased when they finally made him, because you'd always get the main 4, but Rick Moranis, he's your guy. Chuck Norris figures, look at him, the face on him. Look at that ginger moustache.
And then you get to go, oh, and there's a really nice French carded yellow border Leech. Really, really cool figure. And then my eyes wandered down, right down to the bottom in the corner there. There's a Laser Power He-Man. You really have to look in this shop to find a stuff, which is what I guess is probably a, I don't know, €2,500, €3,000 action figure. Popped in a corner next to a couple of cheaper modern bits. Use your eyes, look around, take your time. Lots of stuff to see.
And of course, New Adventures of He-Man, which is a sort of a toy line that no one really cared about, because they don't look like He-Man figures, do they? It's like, oh no, this is not our He-Man. But as time has gone on, people have come to realise, actually, they're very cool. They're really cool looking characters.
Smurfs are absolutely everywhere here on the continent. And I've got to say, they were everywhere at home, weren't they, back in the UK? We had them everywhere. If we got Fina petrol, we'd get that. So our dads would bring us home our Smurfs to play with. And it spawned an amazing sort of set of films and lots of toys. You can buy big Smurfs, little Smurfs, but it's these Smurfs that we think of when we think of Smurfs, the small ones, the ones that you remember getting for not a lot of money, but they became incredibly detailed. You could buy running ones, You could buy ones that did high jump. You had these intricate little bits of plastic that went on there and you broke them immediately. And then you could buy ones that were on toboggans and you trod on those and those broke. Essentially, Smurfs are at the best when they're just Smurfs and just little blue figures, because they're really cool. Because if you get starting to get the real plastic with them, like we see on the top there, they're so breaky. It's nice to see them though, because even though it is a thing that we see more of here, we still get thousands of them at home.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Chewbacca finally.
So maybe you can help us solve the mystery. What the glasses that we all see over France?
So all those glasses, they come from mustard.
Mustard?
Yeah, they sell with mustard inside, and to promote, you know, to make people happy, they buy, since the 60s, they buy the license of many animation, many TV series, you name it, Zorro, you know, Walt Disney Zorro at the time, everything. So someone who grew up in France between that period, and it's still going on now. If you go to, not now because the mustard is sold out in France for any reason. But if you go to any supermarket, you still find those the same brand, the same size, same glasses with of course actual license, and it goes for like 40 years, 50 years or more.
There you go. If I was a kid in France, I'd be getting through a lot of mustard, believe you me. This is a shop with grails absolutely everywhere. Not only have you got amazing Meccano carded Star Wars, you've also got some droids figures. There's fantastic carded stuff. Look at that Luke Farm Boy in the back of there. He's beautiful. We've obviously got our laser power He-Man. We've got yellow bordered He-Man figures. I'm really interested in one of those. I'm gonna have to ask the price. We've got Black Star stuff sitting behind here. Now we love a bit of Black Star, and something we don't often see are any of the beasts from the line. He's really cool. Getting expensive now, and I think he's not going to be in my budget. We've got a Visionaries Dagger Assault down there. Look at it. These are really breaky. You don't often see them in one piece. That gold plastic breaks really easily. And look at this display. It's fantastic. You have to just keep looking, because every time you look around the next corner, there's something else. You go, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. There's even a GoBots puzzler. You never see those. They're really, really cool. I had one once, loose. Never had a box one. That's another grail. So the Justra, is that how you say it?
Justra.
Justra. I still won't get it right.
I know it's
No,
not.
I'm getting
really,
there. If I practice more,
yeah.
maybe I'll get it. The Wacky Racers Dastardly Mobile.
Yeah.
How much is that?
1,200 euros.
1,000. So it just proves I've got a good eye, right?
Yeah.
I have taste in toys. So
Yeah.
It's expensive. It's really hard to find
Yeah,
in a box.
the box is nearly impossible to find in a good condition, and this is a toy that becomes brittle with time. The gold part, the exhaust pipes, are always broken. So
Gold plastic
finding
syndrome.
one complete with two figures and with nothing broken, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, I think that's better than the one we saw in a museum in Venice. So it just goes to show you. So what we proved there is I have a good eye. Maybe something a little bit more affordable might be the Tintin and Captain Haddock, the loose ones down there. How much are they?
I have to check. I don't have the price in hand.
Okay.
You have those the same.
I've seen those, yeah.
There. Let me check.
I like the loose ones though. Maybe it's time for me to scratch that Tintin itch. So we have the Flying Machines show that came after Wacky Racers, and we've got some of the cells for that in the shop in frames, and they're beautiful. I love them. But I think at 1,200 it's probably a little bit more than my budget allows for me, even as a vanity purchase.
Okay, let's open
Yes.
Okay, so that one Tintin is 100 euros,
100 euros.
and Captain Haddock is 125.
125.
And it comes with this pipe, which is always missing.
Ah, it comes with this pipe as well.
Yeah.
So could we do perhaps a little more on the price?
If you take both,
Yeah.
200 for both.
Let's have them. Thank you very much. I've done it. Finally, all the way from Switzerland. I've come when I first saw these, and now we've picked some up here in France. I'm so. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Merci beaucoup. They're going to sit on my shelf at my home as well, so they're not going to be for sale. These are going to stay with me. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Oh wow, we've got figures from the cartoon series of The Tick. Now they made a couple of live action series, but they were never as good as the cartoon, just for sheer ludicrous comedy. Look at these characters. I can't for the life of me remember them. American made, that's the only one I can remember. And I think there was one called Chairface Chippendale, and he was trying to carve his name into the moon. Such a ludicrous concept, but absolutely brilliant as a cartoon, and the figures look really exactly spot on to the cartoon.
Small Soldiers Archer. Gav found him earlier. Well, to be fair, how easy to spot is he? He's amazing. Look at him. €300. Find another. Find another. I've never ever seen one.
Because if you've seen the film, you know that they're 12-inch figures that all come alive. What's going on with this guy? He's got some kind of Ant-Man powers.
That's really, really cool. Really hard to find. And one of the new generation of collectibles coming through. Yeah. So what?
That came before it. The movie is from 1997,
Yeah.
if I'm correct. And I'm always amazed that there aren't any new toys about Toy Soldier that came from current manufacturer like McFarlane or Nika or
Yeah.
Toy Soldier, except from the vintage toy, there's nothing else.
They're amazing. I love him. He's great. But yeah, that deserves to go to a collector that's going to really love having one of these. I've not seen another. Very cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Gem, truly outrageous. That's a lot of Gem dolls, and they're all slightly bigger than Barbie dolls, so they were quite imposing. If you had both together, it'd be like a kaiju war. Put some little action figures on the bottom there. Each one came with a tape. They had a TV series, they had songs. Everyone loved Gem in the 80s, and they are the epitome of 80s. Look at the fashion, all the gold, all the colours, truly outrageous.
They're rushing around everywhere. They've got so much to do here. We feel like we're imposing a little bit. But I want to ask about Vicky the Viking, because you don't see it in the UK. That one's Spanish. The larger one there. She's really cool. I like her a lot. I can't remember the last time I saw any Vicky the Viking stuff at all.
It's 150.
150. My rationale of if it's smaller, it might be cheaper, really didn't work then.
Matt, do you remember these? It was Once Upon a Time, I think it was called. It was like an educational TV series, animated, and they had feature-length episodes. So there'd be like Once Upon a Time Man, Life, Space, and they'd be feature-length, and they would teach the kids everything they needed to know about the world. And they're great little characters, especially the controller hair. He was like the storyteller. Fantastic. You don't see them. You don't see them anywhere. This, I think, is the first time we've seen them in Europe. Really, really cool. It ran well into the 2000s. And look, right at the back there, we've got the carded versions, the bigger carded figures. Really, really cool.
You've got something hidden behind here.
Battle Cat. Yeah. Ride on Battle Cat.
Right on Battle Cat. That's expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 digits.
4 digits. 1 minute. 1, 2. 4 digits. How many 4 digits?
Hold on.
Now, I don't know how expensive this is going to be, but if it's not mental, I might be a buyer.
3,000.
3,000.
It's complete with everything that came originally, and he has a pretty good paint job. The original paint job,
Yeah.
but it's not too.
Yeah, they're always a little bit ropey. Yeah. It's one of those things you'd expect to see in America. You don't see them over here.
No, it was never released in Europe.
No. No, I've never seen one in Europe. That's why I was so... Gav spotted it, we walked around and then he went, have you seen that? And there it was, poking its head out. But 3,000 euros.
Music's perfect.
I know, that's what I thought. I really timed it well with the music. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, man. Okay. Are you still very excited by it? Or now not so much? Too big? Bulky?
No, it's not too
In
big.
the way.
Actually, this one came from my personal collection. So.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, amazing.
This one, I had that one for years, and then I found another one in better condition.
You have very good taste. I love it. Amazing. Yeah.
So you could go and buy your kids a giant battle cat
Yeah.
to ride on himself.
It's amazing.
We never got anything that good here.
No, it wasn't. And I've never seen one. It's
It goes. It's kind of like the Star Wars ride on speeder bike,
Yeah.
isn't it? Although
Never
that
seen
was a
it.
prize.
yeah, that was a prize.
Not many of them about. But then there's not many of them about either.
But the thing is, when are you going to see another one for sale in Europe?
Or anywhere.
Honestly, it's like everywhere you look, there's just something else. But we've got to go.
We have.
It's that time. You know, we've got a ferry to catch. It's the end of our sort of time on the road. Plus, we've got to pay some money and then get out of here. But I really don't want to go because there's so much stuff everywhere I'm looking. We made a fuss about seeing our friend earlier. There's loads of them. There's a cabinet full in here as well. Look.
Let's get paid up. There's even this whole TV and film cabinet. We've not even really looked at it. So much stuff.
I dragged this Allen Iverson figure out of there.
Oh, I thought you would.
Really cool figure. Sport
Sport
Billy,
Billy, I
yeah.
remember the TV, yeah, TV show. We got some up there.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
So,
Okay.
I have my Allen Iverson figure, which is kind of for my son Dylan. I don't know if he's a real one or if he's a sort of KO, but he's cool. I like him. And I've got my much revered Captain Haddock and Tintin for my shelf. My Asterix cards for me again. Gav's got his yo-yo. And Matt has even picked himself up a few bits as well.
Okay, so you pay for everything together?
Yeah, pay for everything together, please.
Okay. Okay, so your grand total is 325 euros.
Thank you very much. I've seen lots of things that I think I'll ruminate on and then I'll always want them. But that's what I expected to see here. He's done exactly what he said on the tin. I knew that when I walked in this shop that I would see things that I would not be able to buy, that I would want and I would love.
Those nice bags.
Oh,
Bags
look at
are
that.
nice though,
The
yeah.
logo.
Those bags are a lot better than our bags.
What a store. Like something of everything. Each stores. You've got to come here. See what there is here. Next time, it's going to be different. Come and visit Paris, see this place.
And there you go.
Merci beaucoup. I'm Lulu Berlued up for the first time since I started collecting toys.
Magasin de jouets.
Magnifique.
Magnifique.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having us.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Au
you.
revoir, my friend.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Merci beaucoup.
See you next time.
Yes.
Au revoir, mon ami.
Au revoir. Bye.
Oh man, what a shop.
That was cool, wasn't it?
What an experience.
Like the outside,
Just being here
and then, yeah, mind blowing.
in the middle of Paris and like having this amazing sort of surrounding. Yeah, I think we know when we look back on the footage of that, we'll look back and go, why didn't we ask about that? Why didn't we ask about
There'll be
that?
so many things.
There'll be so many things. And there's things I forgot about. There's one thing and it's really bugging me. And it was like a figure. I thought, we'll be able to sell that in the shop. I didn't ask what it was because I forgot completely what it was.
Back to the van.
Back to the van. Hello, Betty. You've served us well. Now we head for the channel and home. So, Gav, next to this rather amazing turnip field somewhere in northern France, we pick our locations very carefully, viewers.
Yes, very.
It's our last time for Toy of the Country, Toy of the Day.
Toy of the
whatever
day
we're
of the
calling
country.
it. Toy of the Day of the Country, Toy of the... I mean, like, this is the end, it's the last one.
Yeah, I know.
What's your Toy of the Day?
Well, I've not picked one of my own purchases or one of yours,
No.
but Matt has been harking on all week about Tex Avery and wanting to find some Tex Avery.
It's very true.
Finally, in the final shop of the tour, he found some. A little droopy. And not just one today, but two.
Yeah.
Check out him. And you know, so that's nice, but they're also very, very cool as well.
It's just going to give Matt another excuse to do yet another impression.
I'm happy.
So there we go. Well, it's a good choice, and do you know what? I'm with you. In
Yeah.
spirit, I think it's a great
Yeah.
one. Mine though mine's obvious, isn't it? Everybody knows what mine is because I've been searching for them for a good few days now. It's my Tintin and Captain Haddock. Yes, I know I paid all the money for them, but they're for me. They're for my shelf. I will love these and enjoy them, and I do really love them. And as a kid, I used to love reading my Tintin stories, and just something like this on your shelf. From a sightseeing trip around Europe, which involved a lot of work, I felt like a sightseer today. Yeah. I was the one buying things for me, and that was quite good. I enjoyed it, so I love them. I'm really happy to have finally scratched that Tintin itch.
And that just goes to show how much the French love their animation.
They do. Even Spielberg chose to do a homage, French word, to Tintin by these Tintin films, which is amazing. It's really, really good. And yeah, I'm well revved. I loved France. It was really good fun. We saw a lot of toys, and we had a great time. But now it's time to go and catch that ferry, Gav.
Yes.
Come on.
Come on.
So this is it, Gav.
That's it.
The end of another Toyshop on tour. I feel a bit anticlimactic. I feel a bit sad.
A bit sad.
Yeah.
We're always a bit sad to be leaving though.
I know. We've got some amazing toys to bring back though.
Oh, not wrong. Yeah.
With ferries on the move,
It is.
we are going back home to Britain. But let's not end on a low note. No, because Toyshop on Tour 3 comes to you straight from the good old US of A.
America.
That's right. Think of the things we're going to do,
Oh,
Gav.
it's going to be so
The
exciting.
toys we'll see. It's going to be amazing. So yeah,
Cheers.
we'll see you next time, folks. It's been that long. It's been like months since we got back from Toyshop on Tour. And we've not seen the stuff. It's all been in storage. But you get to see it with us. If we open this, can we get you in it?
It's a fantastic. I completely forgot about these.
I haven't seen this. I haven't looked at this. I haven't opened the box. I've not even done a sneaky peek. So I am nervous. Toyshop on Tour 2.
What? Is that it? 6 measly episodes, and they have the cheek to call this a series? And don't get me started on those so-called toy experts. I'm the real expert on this show. And look, those two bird brains haven't even given me a credit. Toyshop on tour? Toyshop with bores, more like. They haven't heard the last from me. I will return. And next time, I won't be so nice.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da